y'all? It's your boy 30, man. We back with another video. If you're new, as always, I give out free sports picks every single day, man. We're trying to grow the biggest sports bet community on YouTube. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. If you're new, smash the like button. Let's get into it. 5-1 yesterday. All the straight bets cashed. The hockey came through. Everything came through except the Cavaliers lost and the Mavericks lost. I should have known because somebody said, I think it was said in the comments, told me the Cavaliers been on a 16-game win streak. And against one of the better defensive teams, it almost was just a perfect recipe for a Cavaliers letdown. You know what I'm saying? Orlando Magic was trying to fight hard and get their seeding right. And Cavaliers, did they really care about this game? Probably not. They don't really care about the streak or whatever. But it is what it is, man. We still went 5-1. Everything cashed up the parlay. It is what it is. We made a lot of profit. A little recap for the month, man. We up 19, I think 19 and a half or 19.1 units. So pretty much just to simplify, whatever you've been betting since March 1st, your unit size, most of that by 19. That's how well we've been doing. So whatever you bet, whether you bet $10, whether you bet $50, whether you bet $100, if you bet $100, you up $1,900 right now. Crazy. We've been doing great, man. We've been making a lot of good picks. We have consecutively hit, I posted a screenshot so y'all can see it, 10 straight green days. We're trying to keep it going, man. I don't want to jinx myself. We're just going to stay focused, make the best picks we can possibly make, and just live with the results. I always tell y'all, even if a bet doesn't hit, if you can decipher a bad beat versus just a bad bet. If it was a bad bet, it's a bad bet. But if you know you posted one and some fluke shit happen, then move on to the next. Don't switch your strategy. Keep the system going and just get into it, man. Today I got 4 NBA picks, and then I got a parlay. A parlay is one NBA team and then 2 hockey bets put together. So it's like a little 3-leg, just a little plus 100, double your money, man. So I appreciate all the love and support, man. Let's hop right into it. Bet. We got the Pistons and the Pelicans, right? Give me Zion over 28.5 points and rebounds, right? So I told y'all I really hate taking just solo bets like assists or rebounds unless I'm parlaying and stuff like that. I love to combine it because let's just say a player is not shooting the ball well, but he might end up with 13 rebounds. So I took this bet solely on because the Pistons play super fast. I think Zion is going to be, he's the main guy for the Pelicans. His usage rate's going to be crazy. He's going to take enough shots. He should get enough rebounds. They play fast. I think Detroit has they have a lot of possessions. They're going to get a lot of shots up, a lot of rebounds opportunity. And instead of just taking his points, which I took this because I think Zion scores 25 tonight. But just to be super safe, I took the points and rebounds. So if he only gets to, let's just say 22 or whatever his points line is, he still can grab 6 rebounds and cash this for 7 rebounds and cash this for. So, but I really think Zion going to score over 25. I think this is a perfect game for him. 2 young teams going at each other. Detroit Pelicans going to get dirty. It's going to be a fast-paced game. A lot of shots going up. Zion should have 7 rebounds in the first half if possible. And we know if he on track, he playing good, he played the whole game, he can end up with 25 and 10 and stuff like that. So that's the first bet. Zion Williamson over 28.5 points and rebounds. And check me out. Like I tell you, I'm no mind reader. But I guarantee you, by the time before the game start, they're going to bump this line up to either 29.5 or 30.5. I just feel like this is a perfect game. It's a favorable matchup for Zion to go crazy. So lock this in at 28.5 as early as you can. If you get it up to 29.5, take it, but don't take it. If it go up to 30, don't take it, because them 2 points can come back to kill you. But that's the first bet. Zion Williamson over 28.5 points and rebounds. Let's get into the next bet. Pacers and Timberwolves, right? Timberwolves are home. We know the Timberwolves coming off a back-to-back. I know what you're thinking, 30. Why would you be taking an over on a team that just came back off a back-to-back? Couple things, right? So they did come off a back-to-back, but no disrespect to Utah. Utah is not a respectable back-to-back unless they're home. So they blew out Utah last night. Ant didn't have to do nothing too extra crazy. So I think this is going to be almost like a game, just a regular game. It's a back-to-back, but it's not a real, when you talk about body fatigue and energy, I don't think it's a real back-to-back. I don't think Minnesota exhausted after beating Utah last night, not at all. They're going to play the Pacers, who play super fast. Their defense have diminished, so I'm taking Minnesota Timberwolves over 117 total points. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think Timberwolves win, but I didn't want to mess with the spread on this game because they are technically coming off a back-to-back, so they shouldn't be that tired, but you know how it is. Against a fast-paced team like Indiana, shots get up, they can go back and forth shootout. So Minnesota defense been better of late, but I just don't want to mess with the spread of this game. It's too close in my opinion, but Minnesota could blow them out. But I felt better taking Minnesota Timberwolves over 117 total points. I just think they're going to go in there and run all over Indiana. Indiana plays super fast, top 10 in pace, top 10 in possession. They play super fast, and their defense has went down. So I expect Minnesota to hit a lot of threes. I just think this is a great spot. I want to hop on this early. I just don't think Indiana is the same defensive team they used to be. So it's like, yeah, they play super fast, but playing fast and not playing defense is like a recipe for multiple overs all the time. So I would never take an under in a game against Indiana Pacers ever, or Atlanta or Memphis teams like that. And like I think last week, it might have been 4 days ago. One of the few bets that lost that day was the Pacers team total over 121 against 76ers. They did not cover that, but I'm always going to take an over in the Indiana Pacers game. So give me Minnesota Timberwolves over 117.5 total points. Let's get into the next one. To get a little dicey. Y'all know every video is going to get a little crazy. We got Suns and Raptors, 10 o'clock game. I have 2 straight bets inside this same game, right? I got a player prop and then I got a total. So the first bet is Toronto team total over 108, right? And this is my thinking. The Suns play no defense, we know that. But the Suns are coming off a back-to-back against the Lakers, where they actually lost the game. That's a real back-to-back. Unlike Minnesota, who blew out Utah, this is a real back-to-back. The Suns already don't play defense. KD played minutes, Book. I'm not sure if Brad played. I didn't watch the game. I'm not sure if Bradley Beal played. But I know KD played and Devin Booker played. Their defense is atrocious. So on a back-to-back, they're going to go, even at home, going to go in there and fight tough against a scrappy Toronto Raptors team and be able to stop them. The Suns can't play defense on days they have 3 days of rest. So I expect them to go in there and stop them? No way. So give me Raptors team total over 108.5. I think the Raptors score about 115 to 120 in this particular spot, right? So, and honestly, I think the spread is like 8.5. I thought about taking like the Raptors like plus 10 or plus 11. I just don't trust the Suns at all. Coming off a loss, I don't trust them. They don't play defense. Even with KD, even with Devin Booker, they just don't play defense. And to win games in this league with all this talent, you got to play some type of defense. They don't play any type of defense, like at all. If you watch him, KD's great offensively, but people blowing by him on the other end. He might get a blocker here. They'll put that shit on SportsCenter or TikTok. But as far as actually defensive rating, the Suns are like top 5 worst in defensive rating. They suck. It's nasty work. So Toronto team total over 108.5. I think the game could be closer. If you think about taking Toronto with the points like plus 10.5, plus 11, that's something I was thinking about doing as well. Okay, that's the first bet in this game. Let's get into the second bet. Scotty Barnes over 10.5 assists and rebounds, right? So this is my thinking, right? He averages 12.5 assists and rebounds in like the last 10, which the last 10 or last 5 it's not prize fit. We shouldn't always base it off that. But against the teams like Phoenix, who play fast, who miss a lot of shots, who give up open shots, they're going to give up a lot of assists. And then also Toronto Raptors, I believe, are like 10th in assist ratio. A lot of their points come off assists. So Scotty Barnes, he's a Swiss Army knife. He defends, he shoots the ball, he plays out, like he does everything. He's going to be in their usage rate. He's going to be in the fold. So I'm always going to take a player that's involved so much in the offense. He rebounds the ball. Y'all know Scotty Barnes, man. This guy, he's a freak of nature. He could get 10 rebounds by himself and smash this line. He's going to get 3 or 4 assists just because, and he can end up with 10 rebounds. So that's the 2 straight bets. Toronto team total over 108.5. I think they score about 120. I think this game is going to be actually close as well. And then the player prop is Scotty Barnes over 10.5 assists and rebounds. That's my favorite player today. Scotty Barnes over 10.5 assists and rebounds. Let's get into the next one. Let's get into this 3-man parlay, right? So 1 NBA team, 2 hockey bets in the same game. So it's a three-leg parlay, but the 2 hockey bets are inside the same game. So we got the Flames at the Maple Leafs, right? I know if you don't know too much about hockey, I'm taking Flames plus 2.5, right? I think they're 1.5 point underdogs. I actually think they could win this game. So I expect this to be a high scoring game, back and forth. I think this game could end in like 7 goals. Y'all know I normally like hockey unders, but in this particular spot, them being the underdog, and I think they're gonna cover the plus 2.5. I think it's going over. So give me Flames plus 2.5, and in that same game, we're gonna go over 4.5 total goals, right? So I expect them to go over 5. They don't have to get 7. They don't have to get 8. Just go over 5. Just go over 4. Just get 5 or more, which I think is duly possible. It's fully possible. After the first 2 periods, they should be sitting at 5. This should be an easy cash. So Flames plus 2.5, over 4 total goals, and then give me Heat plus 12.5. Heat on the road against the Knicks, right? Man, I just do not trust the Knicks. Without Jalen Brunson, their defense has diminished. Cat's going to shoot too many threes. He might not show up. But one thing we know about the Heat, they well coached. Might not be the best players in the league, but they're well coached. They're going to show up. Tyler Hero, bam, they're going to play hard. The Knicks and Heat play at the top 5 slowest pace in the league, right? Especially the Heat. I just don't see in a game that's super slow paced, that's supposed to be low scoring, you beating somebody by 13. It just doesn't make sense to me. So that's the 3 legs, man, of the parlay, man. These all the picks. Let me know what y'all think about this. I almost took Miami Heat on a straight bet, like plus 9. They underdogs by like 7-8 points. I almost took them plus 9. That's how confident I was that the Knicks were not gonna beat the Heat by 10 points. But I just took them plus 12.5 on the parlay just to be super safe. So man, let me know in the comments who sell me. Let me know what bets y'all rocking with today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. like I always say every day, we've been going 4-1, 5-1. It's not like that full sweep. I want a full 6-0 sweep, full 5-0 sweep. I want to wake up and see nothing but green. Yeah, I love going 5-1, but having that undefeated, no matter what pick you took from this video, cash, I want that type of feeling in the morning, man. So I appreciate all the support I've been getting, man. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. Tell your mama, sister, brother, as I always say, growing the biggest sports bet community on YouTube, man. I appreciate all y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the comments, man. 30 out.